everyone. So today I wanted to talk, just to continue the series from yesterday, about, what to do when you maybe are like off to like a running start with something and then something happens and you get derailed and you just feel deflated and the wind comes out of your sails and you just want to quit. Because it happens to all of us. In fact, it happened to me today. In a particular instance, I was so excited. I had signed up for a training for my business a couple months ago, and I was pumped, and we started at the beginning of the month, and the rules of the training were that you had to do the work, and you had to fill out a form every single day. If you don't fill out the form, you get kicked out of the group. And so, for whatever reason, on Saturday, my form did not get submitted, and today I was kicked out of that group. My first initial reaction was, honestly, I was pissed. I was upset, and then I started getting down on myself. I started feeling like, why am I even doing this? Like, why do I continue with this business? Like, every time I do something, something happens, and I get a setback, or, with my fitness, same thing. And my immediate reaction was to, just quit. I'm like, you know what? I don't even know why I bother doing any of this anymore, and maybe I just need to quit. And then I just started thinking, about why I started doing this in the first place. And it wasn't for a training. It wasn't to even learn about the stuff I was learning in the training. That's not why I started doing this in the first place. So why am I going to let this little setback hold me back from my goals and my dreams and what I want? So I just kind of had a kick in the ass moment today where I had to get my head out of my ass and remember why I started doing this in the first place. And it wasn't for a training. That's not the reason why I do this. And the same thing goes for with fitness. How many times I am living proof of this. How many times have you, been so excited, you're ready to start a fitness routine and you're ready to start eating better and getting healthier, and then you fall off track for one day. Shit happens, family comes in town, or you go to a birthday party or whatever, and you fall off, and maybe you binge a little bit, because I've been known to do that as well. And then you feel you feel deflated, you feel defeated, you feel why did I even bother? I wasted all that time. I could have been eating what I wanted this whole time. I'm never going to get the results that I want. And then you just quit. And then you go on feeling the same way you felt before you started. But that is what I wanted to talk about today, was when you are doing any kind of big thing in your life, whether it be starting a business or starting a fitness routine, and I keep using the same examples just because that's what I relate to, because that's kind of my life. But there is a reason why you started it. If it's a business, maybe you want to work for yourself. You don't want to have a boss. Maybe you want to set your own schedule. Maybe you want financial freedom. And there's so many different reasons to start on something like that, with fitness and health. Maybe, you've put on some weight, after a baby or something, and you're just not feeling good in your clothes. You're not feeling good in your skin. You don't feel strong. You've kind of lost yourself. Those are all reasons why a lot of people start in the first place. But, once you get going and you have a good couple of days, you're feeling great out of the gate. The first week is always the easiest. You're feeling awesome, you're doing your workouts, you're eating everything you're supposed to be eating, and then after about a week, the novelty wears off. And you start, getting a little bit lackadaisical about your food, and you're skipping workouts, and then before you know it, you've kind of fallen off track. But just because that happens doesn't mean it has to be the end. You need, and what I do personally is I have to kind of take a step back, get out of my own head like I did today. I was so upset about what happened. I was in tears. I was so upset. And you just have to take a step back and think about why you started in the first place. If it's fitness, write it down. Before you start anything, write down what your motivation is gone. Motivation does not last. It's something that gets started, but it's not going to be there forever, because stuff happens. Life happens. Shit gets in the way all the time. I always talk with my challengers about the same thing. stuff's going to happen. You're going to have a weekend where you are, like for me last weekend, out on the boat. Or, stuff's going to happen. Things are going to happen in your life. You're going to get a flat tire in your car. You're going to, like shit happens all the time. It's life. It's just what happens. But if you keep in mind, if you write down, before you start anything, write down, like, why are you starting this in the first place? If you achieve this goal, how are you going to feel when it's done? Like, how are you going to feel when you get to the place that you want to be? Like, what is your life going to look like? What are you going to feel like? What are you going to look like? And writing all that stuff down, and maybe you're doing it, maybe, you want to get a healthy lifestyle for your kids. Maybe, you're having trouble, like, running with your kids and keeping up with your kids, and you just want that energy so that you're able to do that. Like, you have to dig deep with this kind of stuff. Like, with your why, I like to, call it your why. Like, why are you doing this in the first place? Write it down, keep it close, and look at that when the motivation goes. Because the motivation is it's going to leave you. It's going to be gone probably after, your first week of gung-ho, you burn yourself out, and then you're just done with it. And then, the motivation is gone at that point. But if you revisit why you started in the first place, it's going to remind you why you're doing it and why you need to just, pick up your big girl pants and keep going with what you're doing. It's so easy to fall off track with any big goal because of the work that it takes to get from one place to the next. It just happens. It happens, but if you can focus on why you started it in the first place and really, like, write down, what your goals are in the beginning and why you're doing it, how it's going to make you feel if you reach your goal, that's going to be what keeps you going in the long haul. So for me, like today, I got kicked out of that training. It really sucks. I was looking forward to it. I was really excited about it. I was putting in the work, and it didn't work for me. But I'm not going to throw in the towel. I'm still going to keep going. I still want to, continue helping people every single month. So, and there's reasons for me, my personal reasons of why I do that, and that hasn't changed just because I got kicked out of a training. Like, I can't lose sight of what my goals are, and what my motivation was in the beginning, because that's what keeps me going every single day. So write it down, take a step back tonight, get 15 minutes of quiet time, think about your goals, and sit down and write down exactly what you want and why you want it. Like, really dig deep. Like, I'm talking like really dig deep into why you want it, because surface, like, for weight loss, oh, I just want to lose 5 pounds. Why do you want to lose that 5 pounds? What is it going to mean to you if you lose that 5 pounds? Are you going to be, feeling better? You feel healthier? You feel stronger? You fit into clothes that maybe you haven't worn in a long time? Like, why? Why do you want to achieve that goal? What is that going to do for you in your life? So that's what I have today. I hope that was helpful. I needed this today. The irony of what happened to me today was so funny because I was already planning on doing this video. So, it's just funny, the timing of how everything happens. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep, moving forward. And, I'm just going to have to do it without the training. So, whatever. Like, I just have to keep going. So, anyways, I will talk to you all soon. I hope that was helpful. If you ever have any questions about any of this stuff, please reach out. I mean, it's always good to talk to other people. And my dog just came in the room. Always good to talk to other people who go through similar experiences. So, I'm always open for anyone. And if you're on right now, just give me some hearts or likes if you liked what I was talking about. Feel free to share this video if you think that there's somebody else that might, benefit from hearing this, because I know this is something, I'm talking about it now, but it's something that I needed to hear today as well. So, I don't know, that's all I have, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.